The Takeoff Luggage Personal Item Suitcase 3.0 is a game changer for travel convenience. Designed to fit under most airline seats, it's perfect for travelers looking to maximize space without paying extra for a carry-on. The suitcase includes multiple compartments for easy organization, room for 3 to 5 days worth of clothing, and smooth spinner wheels for effortless mobility. With its durable lightweight design and TSA approved lock, the Personal Item Suitcase 3.0 combines functionality, style, and efficiency. Upgrade your travel experience with Takeoff Luggage 3.0. As a frequent traveler, budget airlines are a must for me because if you think about it, a cheaper flight means you can have more flights, and more flights mean more fun, and more fun means a better life. Wow, I came up with that on the spot. But the thing is, when you do go on these budget airlines, they do charge you for pretty much everything a la carte. If you want a carry-on, it's gonna cost you maybe $100 round trip, which at that point, your $20 flight becomes $120, so why did you fly the budget airline to begin with? But the good news is, budget airlines generally do let you bring a free personal item in various sizes, and generally it's about 14 by 18 by 8 inches of size without charging you extra. So up until now, I've actually been using this soft shell backpack, which actually fits very well inside the personal item sizer when I fly with Frontier Airlines. The problem is, being that it is a soft shell backpack, it is definitely possible to overstuff this thing and make it not fit, so then you have to rearrange everything and make sure everything's in there exactly how you need it so it'll stay perfectly sized in case they ask you to size it. Now the good news about the Takeoff Luggage 3.0 that they graciously sent over for me to improve my travel lifestyle, it's a hard shell case, so that way it's basically impossible to overstuff it and make it not fit. If you overstuff it, it's not gonna close, and personally I think that's a lot better than being able to overstuff it and have it bulging at the seams and not fit inside the sizer while everyone's waiting behind you in line while you're trying to figure out what to remove so you can get on the plane without paying an extra fee. So as you can see, it does come in a dust cover or a luggage cover depending on how you look at it, because not only is it gonna protect from dust, but it also does have cutouts for the handles as well as the wheels on the bottom, so you can actually use this while it's covered, although personally I'm probably never gonna use it, but it is nice to have in case you happen to want one, but for me, yeah. So as you can see right here, I have the Takeoff Personal Item Suitcase 3.0 in rose gold color. It also does come in a few other colors if rose gold isn't your style, including black, blue, green, red, and pink. Now as far as the rose gold goes, I was worried it might be a bit too pink, but I did see that they also did have a regular pink color, so I was like, you know what, let's go for it, and hopefully it's not too pink. And looking at it, it pretty much looks exactly how I would expect rose gold to look, but just a suggestion, Takeoff, if you're listening, bring out a gold model, and you got me sold on that thing. So as you can see, taking a look at this, it does have a very nice design. This is basically gonna be a carry-on luggage in a personal item size. And of course, it does have Takeoff branding on both sides, so everyone knows you're ready to take off. But as you can see right now, there are no wheels on the luggage because that is kind of a play on words of why it's called Takeoff Luggage. First of all, you're taking off on a flight. Second of all, you could take off the wheels to make it fit inside of the sizer. With the wheels, it is about 2 inches too tall, so it won't fit inside of the sizer, but you easily pop them off in a matter of seconds and you're ready to go because it's gonna fit perfectly. So now if we're taking a look up here at the top, we do have a handle here that actually goes down pretty much flat so it'll fit inside of the sizer without an issue, but it also does come up so you can easily hold it, and it actually feels very strong, which is nice to see. We of course also do have the little handle here that has some plastic over, get rid of that. But we do have the handle here with a little button on it so it can easily retract down and pull up so you can easily drag this around on your travels. Now over on the side we do have a TSA lock along with a numeric roller here so you can put a special pin code to keep all your stuff locked and loaded. As you can see, we do have Takeoff branding on the zippers as well as another handle on the side that is also very strong and sturdy and goes pretty much flat so it'll fit inside of the sizer. Using the TSA lock is very simple. You simply put something in here to reset the pin code, do your pin code, and then you can do that to open it up when your pin code is set, and you can easily put the zippers back inside to keep everything locked and inaccessible from anybody else. Now down here on the bottom is where things get interesting because as you see, we do have these little yellow buttons here that are gonna allow you to clip on the wheels and also remove them with ease, and nothing else to see on the bottom. Now if there's one thing about luggage, it's the zipper. Sometimes the zippers are amazing and they work very well. Sometimes they are very jaggedy and don't work at all and then always get stuck. It's a disaster. So let's find out if this zipper is good quality or not. So I'm gonna simply pop it open and All right, very smooth zipper, very easy to use, works perfectly, no issues there. Open this thing on up, and inside, as you can see, we are greeted with a ton of storage space for your travels. So right here we actually have another item from Takeoff. This is actually a 2-in-1 travel pillow as well as a travel blanket, and that feels so nice. Look at that, I love that. And look, you can just see, looking at this, how soft this is. It just feels amazing. So you can use this as a little travel pillow. And as you can see, it actually does have this right here. So you can actually put it on the outside of your luggage on the handle as you're dragging it around. Very nice. Oh, that feels good. And easily take a nap on it if you have to. But the cool thing about this is you simply get the zipper, unzip it, and right here, just as good as the case. Right here we do have this blanket, which, this feels so good. This will be nice for those layovers, especially if it happens to be cold or you need to sleep on the floor or something. I don't know what people do, but whatever you gotta do, this is gonna get the job done. Now the thing is, I don't think this is necessarily, I mean, you could kind of use it as a pillow, I guess, but obviously now that it's empty, it's not as soft and comfortable, but it's still better than laying on the hard floor a little bit, I guess. But you could either choose blanket or pillow. You can't have it both ways, sir. But either way, this is pretty cool. And you can easily zip it back shut. And we even do have a little lanyard here with a little carabiner clip, so you can clip it onto your belt loop if you want to, or whatever. It doesn't really matter, it's up to you. But also on the side of the case right here, we actually have a little compartment here, so you can put extra stuff in here, which is very cool. So you can put stuff over here and also have stuff in here that's a little bit more secure. Now back onto the Takeoff personal item 3.0. Right here we do have a drawstring bag that does have, of course, the 4 wheels that clip onto the bottom, so you can use this without having to carry it around. Now taking a look at the wheels, these are new and improved wheels for the 3.0. As you can see, we do have double wheels on each one. They are smooth rolling and they are easy to clip on and off, and they do pivot around 360 degrees and all that. So let's actually put these to the test. So it's very simple what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab the wheel, line it up, and clip it on, clip it on, clip it on, and you guessed it, clip it on. And now the wheels are nice and secure, and that's actually very nice. So smooth. As you can see, the wheels turn around. You can go 360 degrees, forward, backwards, sideways, diagonal, any way you want to go, and everything is nice and smooth. Very nice. But now, of course, the main purpose of the Takeoff luggage. As of right now, it's about 2 inches too tall. It's not gonna fit in the size. You got your bag ready. You're gonna simply press on the yellow buttons, and look at that. Just like that, comes right off. Just like that, comes right off. Just like that, comes right off. And of course, just like that, comes right off. Grab your bag, throw them inside. Now I will say, the bag is pretty compact and it's basically the perfect size to get the wheels in here, just like so. You might be able to get them in there a little bit better if you do it like Tetris. But you take this, throw it in your jacket pocket, you can throw it inside your luggage if you have extra space, and you're good to go. Stick it in the sizer and get on the plane. Just like that, and be like, oh man, missed my commission. Now that being said, getting back onto the inside of the luggage, we have a lot of stuff going on here, which is great because this is a personal item, yet inside it looks like a full-on carry-on, just slightly smaller. So over here on the main compartment, we do have this elastic X to keep all your clothes and stuff intact. Some people don't like them. I like this. I don't really see a downside to having this. It keeps things secured, so it is what it is. I like it. And then you can simply pop that and it's opened up. As you can see, we do have the handle going through right here, and we do have a nice monochrome Takeoff branding throughout. Now we do have an opening here with the zipper. Open this up and we can see where the handle actually is. I like to throw an air tag or something in here to keep it out of the way and keep it in the luggage, so that way if something happens, I know exactly where my stuff is. But easily zip this shut, and I will say the liner here, it just feels very nice, very smooth. Like, it feels very different from other luggage that I've had. Now that being said, this side is a bit boring. You just throw stuff in here, right? But over here, we got some more good stuff going on. And we actually have down here at the bottom, a waterproof area. So you can actually put something like a wet swimsuit in here. If you happen to swim before you catch your flight, throw it in here and it'll keep it separated from everything else. Up here, we do have a zippered mesh pocket, which has room to put all your favorite stuff in here, like your passport, your wallet, whatever you want to put in here. Keep it safe right here with some easy access. And then over here, bigger compartment, unzip. Unzip. Once again, the zippers are working very well. Open it up, and we do have this huge compartment here to fill up with all your other stuff, whether it's clothes or anything else you happen to take with you on a flight. Of course, we do have another zipper here to open up the liner, and you can also throw the air tag in here, or maybe put something in here you want separated, you know, do whatever you want to do. Very, very nice. Once again, liner feels fantastic. So as you can see, the Takeoff Luggage Personal Item 3.0 is very simple while also being kind of complex, given that you have all this stuff in a personal item that you normally wouldn't have. So let's see if I can actually fit 3 to 5 days worth of clothing in here, and also maybe some other stuff, and we'll see if it's gonna actually be able to replace a carry-on without having to pay for that carry-on. All right, so I was able to put inside pretty much everything I need for a 7-day cruise. Let's just open it up and I'll show you how I did this. Bam, here we go. So before we start going through this, one thing I will say is I was able to pack all the clothes, cables, liquids that I would need for a cruise, but I wasn't able to fit my laptop in there. So there's gonna be a little finagling going on here in order to get that in there. So what I have in here as of now, underneath on this side, I got 3 pairs of jeans, which are taking up the most space in here. So you might wanna try to figure that one out. I do have a tripod here, a light, hand wipes, all the cables I need, a portable power bank, as well as my pack of liquids. So very nice. I was able to get that all in here. Over on the left side, inside of the waterproof compartment, I did put my swim trunks here, although to be fair, I probably wouldn't put them in here unless they were wet, but you know, just to show you. Up here, I just put my passport up here because I started running out of room and I wasn't able to close it if I had too much stuff in here, because as you can see, this left side is protruding quite a bit because I did stuff it up with a cruise outfit, which is very small and compact, easy to travel with. Another cruise outfit. See, this is perfect for taking on cruises. I got my underwear and socks right here inside this little cube. I got 3 t-shirts as well as my elegant night outfit. So as you can see, I'm perfectly ready to go on a cruise. The catch is, laptop wasn't in there. So how do we put the laptop in there is the question. Let's see if we can figure this one out. So I'll put this stuff back in here because this side was pretty good. Although, I think if I do it like that, it's flatter without the cruise outfits. Honestly, I could wear these underneath my clothes if I really had to, so I wouldn't have to put them in here at all. So use up the space here wisely. As you can see, fill in the little grooves. Cables right there. Liquids. Probably kind of squeeze in the middle. Cruise fits. See, it's really the jeans that are taking up all the space. Like, I tried to roll them up and put them in a packing cube, but they're still taking up space. But perhaps rolling them up will help get a little extra space here if I put them sideways. Although it's kind of protruding out a bit. I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one. I mean, obviously I probably wouldn't try to overpack, but this is kind of like a stress test here to see if we could do this. I think it's best to lay them flat though. So fold it up, maybe fold it again. That way it's flatter. Okay, so that's one out of the way. Put this here. Maybe I just take 2 pairs of jeans. So like going on a cruise is easy because I could just bring a bunch of these, and I could probably fit like 20 of them in here if I really wanted to. And now put this one on top. Or why are jeans so big? Put the liquid here. Cruise outfits on top. I think if I take only 2 pairs of jeans, this is doable. So I can just throw this here, because these are basically like napkins. They just go in here like a piece of fabric. Oh no, I forgot the tripod. Put it over here on the side. Put the light here as well. Put the laptop here. I think that'll work. I think I got it. Now zip it, zip it. All right, so there we go. I was able to take everything except this extra pair of jeans. I feel like I could just stuff this under my shirt or something if I had to. But let's see, I got 2 pairs of jeans, 3 shirts, an elegant night outfit, and 2 cruise outfits. And the jeans could technically be reused at least twice, so this is definitely enough for a whole week right here on a cruise. Now, one of the things I will say that I noticed compared to my backpack, the backpack has a separate compartment for the laptop, which I also end up throwing my bag of liquids in for easy access for when I go through TSA and they're like, take off your shoes, take off your belt, pull out your laptop and all your liquids and put them in the bin. So in this case, it's a bit harder because I've never used an actual carry-on with my laptop. I always throw it in the bag and then have the carry-on with just the clothes in it. So, let's see, I go up to TSA, everyone's rushing around, everyone's waiting for me in line, TSA agents yelling at me, I'm like, okay, hold on, let me open this up. Let's see, pull out the laptop, put it in the bin, pull out the liquids, and I guess I could just leave this open? I don't know if you're supposed to reclose it or what, but either way, it takes a couple seconds to zip it shut. So I guess it's not too hard to go through TSA with this as long as you have your laptop on the top. Because I was thinking about putting it underneath of the clothes in order to get everything to fit, but imagine trying to do that while you're going through TSA. You're like, hold on, let me take out all my clothes. So either put it on top, or if you really wanted to, if you have some extra time, maybe take it out first, have it in your hand ready to go, unless you get up there and like, no, keep your laptops in the bag. Bruh, stop changing the rules on me. But it works, so everything except a third pair of jeans. Let's see, so liquids back inside, laptop, jeans on top. You know, I mean, I feel like I could do it, but I don't really want to force it because this is an expensive laptop. I don't want to crack it trying to stuff it in here. So I definitely wouldn't be doing that. But as you can see, I was able to fit a ton of stuff in here. So with that being said, I have a cruise coming up. So let's head over to the airport and see if this actually fits in the sizer, which, I mean, I don't see any reason it wouldn't. And then get on the plane, go on a cruise, and see how well this thing does. It's got everything I need in here. I'm gonna be ready for this cruise. I'm gonna have some fun, let's go. All right, I just got back from my trip and I went through 4 different flights, 3 different airports, which means I had to get this sized 4 different times. And the good news is it was completely stress-free. Whenever they wanted me to size it, I was like, don't worry, I got you. Slid it in and one of the Frontier women I was checking, it was like, oh, that looks like it's definitely gonna fit. I was like, yeah, it's made for it, obviously. Okay, I didn't do it like that, but I was like, yeah, it's actually made for it. And she was like, perfect, you're good to go. And I was like, you're right, I am good to go. So with that being said, while I was at the airport, I did test out different sizers for Frontier, Spirit, and Allegiant Airlines to make sure that it would work on different carriers. Now the good news is, sliding this into Frontier's bin, it fits perfectly. It does scrape on there, but it fits just like a perfectly sized glove. It's fantastic, no problems whatsoever. Now the thing is, I tried it out with Spirit sizer, and I don't know if it was just this particular sizer or all of Spirit sizers, but they're supposed to be the same dimensions as Frontier and Allegiant. However, there was a ton of extra space in there when I put this in the Spirit sizer, so that's literally no worry whatsoever. It's literally swimming in there. There's a ton of space in there for some reason. And now Allegiant, I'm not a huge fan of Allegiant sizing because it's literally like drawn on the wall and you put it in front of it, so it's a little bit hard to tell, but it did fit perfectly in there as well, so no issues on those 3 carriers. Now sizing aside, using this at the airport was fantastic because remember, this is basically like a carry-on luggage because it has wheels, it has a handle, all that stuff, so you can roll it around without having to carry it, which is a definite plus compared to having to carry a backpack on your back or having to hold something and walk around with it. Dragging it around on wheels, so much easier. Now as far as fitting this under the seat like it's supposed to fit, because remember, it's the exact dimensions that you're allowed to bring on a flight for under the seat storage. Fit under there without an issue. Also, while I was on my flight, one of my neighbors was actually asking me about it. He's like, hey, I saw you take off the wheels and all that. What is that? How much is that? Where'd you get it at? And I was like, yeah, it's the takeoff luggage and it's literally made for these flights so you don't have to pay for baggage. And he's like, wow, I definitely got to get one of those because it pays for itself after like 2 flights. And I was like, yeah, it does. Yeah, that actually really did happen. He was like, yep, definitely gonna get one. Now on that note, remember I got the rose gold color here and I was like, you know what? It looks exactly how I'd expect rose gold to look. And to be fair, it pretty much does look exactly how I'd expect rose gold to look. Now the thing is, depending on the lighting, as my trip was going on and I was bringing this thing around with me through all the different airports, I was like, you know what? This thing's pink. Like it just kept looking pinker and pinker. It might have been the lighting, I'm not sure, but it just started looking pink and I was like, I'm walking around with a pink luggage right now. Now the good news is, nobody else had one this color, so it was really easy to find mine. If I had it somewhere, I was like, yep, there's mine. Everyone else's is black. Mine's the rose gold one. So in the end, it was actually pretty cool because it sticks out like a sore thumb. So all in all, using the takeoff luggage for my Frontier trip, 4 flights, 3 airlines, it was fantastic, and I'm definitely going to be getting a ton of use out of this thing, taking it around on all my flights, because it was so nice to be stressless with the sizer. Like with my backpack, like I said, sometimes it can bulge out depending on how things fall around in there. With this, it's a hard shell, so it can't get any bigger than it actually is. So every time I was in line, I was like, yep, the girl in front of me had to unload her backpack because it was a little bit too big. I walk up, zip, zip, good to go. It just saves so much time, energy, and stress. It was just fantastic. Made flying with Frontier so much better. And if you want to get one for yourself, whether you want to get rose gold or some other color, I'll throw the link down below in the description along with my promo code RodrickViews so you can get 10% off your purchase so you are ready for takeoff along with a little bit of a discount. You're welcome. And you can let me know where you're taking off to, how your travels have been, and if you're really relieving all that stress of flying with an ultra low cost carrier by using the takeoff luggage so you can always be sure that it's gonna fit.